you something? God has been so gracious to me because the month of May is a special month for me. It's my birthday month. And what I tell God is this: the Lord, the gift, the birthday gift that I would like you to give to me is that anybody I pray for this month, you will answer them. And he has really assured me. So I know that somebody here, their life is going to change. Their life will not remain the same. You will stand before this altar and cry in praise and joy to the Almighty God. When God has turned that situation around, in the name of Jesus, get ready to receive what the Almighty God has in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. I want to thank the pastor and Pastor Mrs. for this great honor and privilege to be a blessing to the people of God here in our Saviours Church in Norton. I don't take it lightly because he could have said we don't want him, and then there's nothing I could have done. But I know you, by allowing me to come, you're allowing God even to be in your midst. And somebody said, when God is present, it is impossible for nothing to happen. Something will definitely happen. I can assure you something will definitely happen here today. In the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. Amen. So let's quickly go into the Word of God. I don't think I will be needing to read the scripture again because my text is what has been read on the screen for us in 1 Samuel 22 verse 1. So, but my theme or the topic I've chosen for this message is raising a king out of a cave. Raising a king out of a cave. There are certain things, certain people that God is going to be raising out and bringing out into the limelight because your time of showing is here. Somebody here, God is saying, there's no more hiding. You cannot hide anymore. The time of your showing has come. The time of honor has come. The time of favor has come. Hallelujah. So shall it be in Jesus' name. When you read the story of David and Saul running away, David running away from Saul, you know, you could see that Saul wanted to kill David because Saul saw him as a threat. He knew that one day he will become king. He knew that he was a better man than he is. And he knew that the Lord was with him. And since Saul had fallen from grace, and Ichabod had set him, Ichabod means the glory had departed. Saul had only one solution, and that is to terminate the life of David. But in 1 Samuel 23 verse 14, 1 Samuel 23 verse 14, the Bible says that Saul sought to kill David every day, but God delivered him not into his hands. I speak to somebody here today. Whoever may be seeking your life, whoever may be pointing the accusing finger that this is the person that we want to kill. We want to make sure they will not reach the age 40. We want to make sure they will not reach age 50. The Almighty God will not deliver your life into their hands in Jesus. The Lord will not deliver you to the hands of your enemies. In the name of Jesus. He will not deliver you to the hands of the household enemies. In the mighty name of Jesus. Here, so when people was running from Saul, even before he became king, I noticed that people were following him. Some people were following him. You see, brethren, people will always follow someone who has the character of a leader. David was already destined to be king. So he already had the character, the integrity, the charisma of a leader. People will always follow someone who is trustworthy, who they know will care for them. And also, I noticed when David was running, he was running alone. So it must have been tiring for him. He must have felt discouraged. One minute he will run to Samuel for encouragement. The next minute he will run to Jonathan, his best friend. And they will even sign a pact together. But despite that, he still kept running. That was despite the fact that it was anointed. So the anointing does not mean the enemy cannot try to attack. Brethren, there are times in life that we have to go through that particular challenge, that situation, that discouragement, that pain, that sadness, that weariness that will cause you to think again about your life. There are times we need to go through it alone because you feel that nobody can understand, even if you try to explain to them. But I want to assure you, not for long. Amen. Because life is in seasons, and seasons change. Amen. And whatever the challenge, whatever the situation, it will pass. Amen. I said it will pass. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen. So one day, David ran to Abioye, the priest, in 1 Samuel 21 verse 1. And the priest asked him, David, why are you alone and no man with you? Brethren, you may feel that you are suffering alone. You may feel that you are struggling alone. Students, you may feel that you are alone because the exams are near, around the corner. You may feel that, can I really pass this particular subject that has been giving me trouble? Who do I talk to? Who can I call upon to teach me? You may feel that you are bearing the burden of two people alone. You may feel that you are bringing your children up alone without any help. I want to reassure you, you are not alone. Because one with God is the majority. And God is right in the middle of that situation with you. And He will surely see you through and help you in Jesus' name. He will send help and helper to you, even from His sanctuary. In the name of Jesus. Because Isaiah 43 verse 2 encourages me. So when you go through the waters, He said, I will be with you. When you go through the rivers, He said, it shall not overwhelm you. And when you go through the fire, it shall not burn you, neither will the flame kindle upon you. It was this scripture that God gave me while I was in hospital, admitted to hospital, almost 2 years ago. They diagnosed me wrongly that I had cancer. Thank God. And they had to remove my gallbladder. It was a traumatic experience for me because throughout my life I had never undergone an operation before. So it was daunting for me. In my 36 years in this country, I had never been admitted to hospital before. I only go there to pray for patients. So for me to be a patient was a strange experience. I mean, the nurse gave me the clothes that they wear, the garment they wear. He said, oh, take this and wear it. And I was looking at her. I said, how do you wear it? And she looked at me. Where are you from? I said, sorry, I've never been in hospital before. She had to teach me how to wear that. That was how strange it was for me. But I thank the Almighty God that through that experience, I don't want to say it's a long testimony, but the glory of God, after the gallbladder was removed, they went and it was successful, the glory of God, they went and tested it, and they found that it was not cancerous. So I had no cancer. Thank God for that. But what I want to draw from there, that while I was there, God was teaching me many things, many lessons. One of it was that Isaiah 43:2, especially that fire. It made me to understand the new meaning of a fire. That a fire is what you go through, and you never know whether you'll ever come out alive or not. The 3 Hebrew boys, they went through that fire, they came out alive, unscathed. No flame kindled upon them. I went through my fire, I came out when they never thought I would make it, because I didn't think I was going to make it. The moment you are put to sleep, that's it. That is it. Just prepare to meet your maker. But I thank God that God did not give my life to the enemy. In the mighty name of Jesus. The enemy had told me, forget it. You're not going to see 2016. That was in December. The operation took place December 30th. So you can imagine very, very close even to the end of the year. So it was actually impressing on me. I will not see 2016. But the glory of God today, I'm standing here almost in the middle of 2017. So the glory of God and to the shame of the devil. So I want to use that to encourage you. If He has promised, He he will definitely fulfill his promise.
Amen.
He has promised also that he will never leave you nor forsake you. When I was there, he never left me. He never forsook me. I felt his presence there. Felt his presence there because he knew that it was a strange environment for me. He's a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. So it was while David was on the run that he now came to this cave called Cave Adullam. Came to Cave Adullam to hide. And while he was there, he prayed some serious prayers, which when you get home, I want you to go and look at it. He prayed them and he inserted them in the book of Psalms. Psalm 57 and Psalm 142. 57 and Psalm 142. But in answer to his prayers, what happened? God sent some people to him so that he will not be alone. You would have thought that God would have sent the high and mighty, the people that matter of his time, strong men of valor to help him, to encourage him. But no! What did God do? He sent society's rejects, the wanted, the distressed, the one in pain, the hopeless, the broken, the no-hopers, the discontented, debtors, whom creditors were looking for. The moment they all heard that he was there, they ran to him for safety, including his father and his mother. The people that you will not normally want around you, so that they don't further depress you, they don't further disappoint you. God sent to him. And the Bible says he became a captain over 400 people who are desperate for a change in their lives. How many people today are desperate for a change in their life? As you raise those hands up, the angels of God have seen those hands, and they will take your names back with them to heaven, and they will begin to walk concerning you to change your life in Jesus' name. And today, the Almighty God will answer you in the mighty name of Jesus. Brethren, we need to get to that level where broken people who are in pain, who are in distress, people in a state of hopelessness must begin to feel safe around us. They felt safe around David because he had the character, the integrity of a leader. They were able to trust him because they knew he would not throw them out. They knew he would care for them regardless. We have so many leaders today who keep praying for more people to come to their church, but they cannot be trusted with the wounds of his sheep. When God can trust you with people, he will give you people. When God can trust you with money, he will give you riches. When God can trust you with his power, he will give you influence. So David must have wondered, is this God's answer to my prayers? I was praying, and Lord, you will deliver me from the hand of this man, a physical enemy who has made it clear that he wants to kill me. And then you send people to me. You send this kind of people to me. You see, brethren, sometimes the answers we expect it does not usually come in the way you expect it. And sometimes it might make you to wonder, is this the answer to my prayers? And sometimes when it comes like that, it looks more of a burden than anything else. But then the answer is in what you have called a burden, because God did not call it so. So David began to wonder. He began to think, could it be the hardship? Could it be the struggles? Could it be the sufferings? Could it be the delay? Could it be the running he went through? It was not just about him becoming king, but about these oppressed people that have come to him. Could it be? In other words, began to wonder, is God trying to do something? Is God trying to reveal certain things to me through what I've gone through? Could it be that when your assignment shows up, you then realize that everything that you're going through is not just for you, but to prepare you and make you fit for your assignment? Because you will somehow find a way to do it. If your children are in trouble, you will rise up and do anything. You won't care the suffering and the pain you've been through. Your children are in trouble, you're ready to rise up and do anything. Or a loved one. Or you see somebody that is looking for help, who's desperate for help. You might find a way. When you now eventually realize that it was never about you, and now you just can't give up. You can't go back. You can't give up. David wondered and began to train these men, nevertheless, because he saw them as his assignment. He began to believe that this must be the answer that God has given him for his prayers, that he could not give up on them. But little did he know that they were going to be very instrumental and useful to him when he gets to the throne. He got to a state whereby, while he was king, when he said he longed for the water of Bethlehem, the Bible says 3 of them came out and said, we will risk our life to go and get you that water behind enemy lines. Because where the water was where the enemy was. They risked their life and brought that water to him to drink. When David saw how they risked their life for him, he said, I cannot drink this water. No. I can't drink the life of these people. I will pour it as a sacrifice to the Almighty God. These people eventually became David's mighty men. Little did David know that God was raising a king out of a cave. God was teaching him how to help society's rejects, so that when he gets to the throne, he will not overlook the low class. So sometimes the solution that God will give us may look obscure at the beginning, but inside it, you will always find what you are looking for. Inside it, there will always be a revelation that, so this is what God is trying to do in my life. When we look in 2 Samuel 23, which is the next chapter, you'll find that all the names of these mighty men were mentioned. Not as broken men anymore, not as debtors, because David understood that what he went through was not just for him to become king eventually, but for ordinary men to become extraordinary in the hands of the living God. So what are you going through right now? Because what you are going through right now may not be necessarily about you, but about God's purpose to be accomplished in your life. My fellow young children and students, what are you going through right now? Are you going through a severe torment concerning your exams? Or financial lack? What is the problem that you cannot hand it over to God? Thank God God has brought you here today. Maybe you are even the one that God has this message for. Who knows? It's about God's purpose that must be accomplished in your life. All that Joseph went through in his time too was not necessarily about him, but to save much people alive, including his family, according to Genesis 50 verse 20. So God is raising a king out of a cave. I said God is raising a king out of a cave. He's saying to somebody here, it is time to come out of your shell. It's time to come out of your shell. It's time to come out of that bondage of fear. It's time to come out of that timidity, because your time of showing has come. You see, when David came to Adullam, the cave, he felt contented staying there, because he saw it as a stronghold of safety. But God had to quickly send his prophet to him that he cannot stay there, but must move on. You see, in life, we too having struggled and toiled with nothing to show, we will now sometimes look for a place of safety, and we become contented. This place is okay for me. Let me stay here for now. In fact, I might even make it permanent. You know what people say sometimes? They say, look for your happy place. I don't know how many people have heard that phrase before. Look for your happy place and stay there. Yes, you can look for it, and when you find it, you can stay there, but it's only temporary. Till something else happens there, and then it becomes an unhappy place. So when life has dealt its blows on us, we now get to a place where we just want to hide from everybody else. But then the cave is not necessarily the best place to hide. It may serve its purpose for now, but it can be a place of discouragement. Because in the cave, it's dark. isolated and will not allow you to see the light of day. But later, David was able to learn that the best place to hide was in God's pavilion. Amen. As he said in Psalm 27 verse 5, for in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me upon a rock. So God sent the prophet God to him that it's time to move on to a better place, the land of Judah. Judah means praise. It's time to move on to that land of praise. Brethren, it is in the land of praise that you will see God in action. Because praise will always connect you to your blessing. Praise will always lead you to your breakthrough. Amen. Jehoshaphat and the people of Judah saw God in action when they began to sing and to praise him. In 2 Chronicles 20:20, one of the plans of God for David, 20, for 2 Chronicles 20 to about 26 there. You can read it down. One of the plans of God for David was to prepare for himself a vessel to use in the life of others. But he would not have been able to do this if he remained in that hideout, in that stronghold. He may feel safe there, but that was not where God planned for him to be. So you may be in your happy place right now, in that little corner, contented. Oh, nobody's bothering me. I don't want to see anybody. I'm safe here. But that is not where God has planned for you to be. Soon you may have to move again. Soon you may have to move again. There are some of you here, maybe by now, God has expected and planned that you should become a homeowner by now. But you're still happy renting in that place. Renting. Let me just continue. Whereas the doors have been opened unto you to move up the ladder. The economic climate is good. The interest rate is low. There are many schemes that you can actually do as a first-time buyer that will encourage you. You don't know whether God may be preparing you for that. You don't know whether that job that you have been waiting for is God is trying to locate and link you up to that particular job. But whatever it is, God was raising a king out of a cave. He can raise a giant out of the ashes. Because the Bible tells me in Psalm 113 verse 7 and 8. Psalm 113 verse 7 and 8. He raised up the poor out of the dust and the needy out of the dunghill, that he may set him up with princes, even the princes of his people. Look at Ezekiel 37 and see how God raised a mighty army from dead, dry bones. God is trying to raise a king out of you and wants to take you out of that cave of disappointment, that cave of depression, that cave of discontentment, that cave of discouragement, that cave of distress, that cave of disease. Now if you can remove the T's, the T-I-S, it becomes contentment, it becomes appointment, it becomes courage, it becomes ease. So it's only when we can move into the land of praise that we can live above our problems, that those challenges that the enemy brings will not matter anymore. Another point I see here from this story is this: you don't have to be appointed to something when you have been anointed to something else. I repeat that again. You don't have to be appointed to something when you have been anointed to something else. The world will always want to appoint you to something. For example, a position of influence, which is even a place that is less than ideal for a king. They want to put you to the highest position so that you are there. But what you do not know is that God has anointed you for the palace. So you not be saying, oh, they've put me here, yeah, everything. You have forgotten that the people who put you there can bring you down. Joseph was appointed to Potiphar's house, where he was placed in charge by man. Later, he was moved again and appointed to the prison, where they put him in charge by man again, thinking he would be contented so he can stay there for years. But he wasn't, because he knew that wasn't his happy place. He has been anointed for the palace. And in due course, as you read the story, the day came when the king sent for him. The king will send for you. That day, I said, the king will send for you. That day, that thing that you need, you said, it is only this person that can actually provide it. No other person. Send for him. Send for her. Bring her to the king. Bring her to the queen. Bring her to the corridors of power. So shall it be. You begin to walk with the movers and shakers of his world, so that you can make his name known. You begin to move with the high and the mighty, so we can preach Christ to them, so they can realize that it's not about position, it's not about class, it's not about status, it's not about achievement, but about Christ in them, the hope of glory. Hallelujah. Brethren, what men have given you on the outside is not what is on the inside. What is on the inside is far more stronger, far more better, far more rewarding than what is on the outside. There's something so strong on the inside that wants to come out and make you outstanding. God has created you and he will make you. I said God has created you and he will make you. God has created you and he will make you. Man cannot make you. God can make you. He has created you and he will make you. What no man has ever been known to be, you will become it. You will become it. Because you are a son and a daughter of the Most High God. In the name of Jesus. You see, David was in the cave, but the environment did not define or change who he was or was destined to be. He did not allow the environment where he was to change who he was or who he was destined to be. The outside does not dictate the inside. Amen. So what's on the inside? On the inside of us, we have power. On the inside of us, we have the Holy Ghost, trying to empower us to become what God has destined us to become. But you know what? The devil will always want you to look around you and not inside of you. Listen to this statement. You might want to write it down if you have the pen and paper. It says, regret looks back. Anxiety looks around. Shame looks down. All these are what the devil wants us to focus on. Regret looks back. Anxiety looks around. Shame looks down. But hope looks forward to greater things ahead. Amen. And faith looks up to me. Because without faith, it's impossible to please him. A Polish woman who still preaches at age 82, many years ago, she once said this. She said, look around you and be depressed. She said, look to man and be oppressed. But look up and be at rest. I thought that was powerful. He said, look around and be depressed. All the news we hear today are depressing news. Look to man for help. Man will oppress you instead. Because man will want to rule you. He said, but look up and be at rest. Looking up to Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. There's another one that says this. If you want to be distressed, look within. If you want to be defeated, look back. If you want to be distracted, look around. But if you want to be delivered, look up to God. Hallelujah. So your environment, that is what you are going through, cannot change what is inside of you. It cannot change who you truly are. But your identity, who you are and whose you are, can change your environment. It can change that which you are going through. And this is what Prophet God came to tell David. What did he tell David? He said, David, there is a king in you, and kings don't live in caves, they live in palaces. So get out from here and move on to the land of praise, where your palace is, because you're going to be the next king of Judah and the next king of all Israel. So it's time to change your environment. It's time to move on to your place of assignment. Amen. It's time to move on to the land of praise. Amen. Because staying in your cave of loneliness, in your cave of misery, or where you call your happy place, will limit you. Okay, for now. You see, David could not achieve much while he was in the cave. Because an isolated place. There's some people, they're happy to live a life of recluse. They don't want to see anybody. They don't have friends. They just want to exist, but not to live life. Let's cross over to the land of praise, where we will find the joy of the Lord, and not just a happy place. David went on to change the identity of the people around him, and the discontented became contented. The distressed became strong again. The discouraged became sons and daughters of encouragement. The debtors became creditors, and they all turned into David's mighty men. You see, when God builds an army, He's not looking for perfect people. He's only looking for people who are faithful, people who are available, and people who are teachable. So whatever it is you are going through, it's probably a path that's going to lead you to your greatness, that you have to pass through, and you don't have to be contented in it simply because it will do for now, because that is not what God has for you. When I was told I had to go through this surgery. In fact, I went through two surgeries. The first one was the laparoscopy, where they put 3 holes in my stomach to actually see whether they could remove the gallbladder through that keyhole surgery, and also to look around my stomach to see if in case the cancer had spread. But thanks be to God, they didn't see anything. And number 2, they thought, no, it's too dangerous because it's so closely knit to the liver, so they didn't want to disrupt that. So then they now put me in for an open surgery. I almost said I didn't want to go through it, that I'll continue to manage. But the excruciating stomach pain, when it comes, I could not bear it. So I had to go through it. So there's some things that you think, I cannot go through this thing. But God says, you have to go through it. Because at the end of it, there's something great waiting for you. Something great that is behind it. Don't let us make what is supposed to be temporary permanent. Don't major on the minor. There is a king that God wants to bring out of you. Because are you faithful? Are you available? Are you teaching? Then you are a candidate for God's use. If you say yes to all that, there is a king that must come out of the cave. And God is raising them. Amen. You cannot hide anymore. There is no place to hide. Because there was no place to hide for David anymore. You know, when the king comes out, people stand up as a mark of respect and honor. You know, the day that Samuel went to anoint the king in the house of Jesse, the Bible says that all the brothers lined up like that. From India, all of them lined up. And then Samuel said, are these only your children? He said, oh, there's a little one somewhere, in the bush somewhere. What did he say? He said, we will not sit until you go and bring him. So when David came in, he met all of them, including his father, who were all standing. Hallelujah. When the Queen of England decides to walk into this place, you cannot sit down. You have to stand up as a mark of honor and respect. That was what they did for David. So the moment your moment of glory comes, the moment you enter into that moment, people will stand up for you. I said people will stand up for you as a matter of respect and honor in the name of Jesus. Look at our young adults and notice that a lot of them here today. doing so well in the church. Because God is bringing them out. He's using them. I mean, I play the keyboards very well. I'm sure Pastor knows that. So when the praise was going, I looked around. I saw this little tiny girl playing. I said, wow, wow. God, I thank you. You can put this little girl with the anointed hands on the keyboards. God is using them mightily. Even in the church, He's using them. Using them. May the Almighty God find you useful too. So why not let go and let God raise you to the level that He wants you to operate upon. So today I want to encourage you as I round up that the road will be rough. The race will be tough. The journey might be long. The destination may not be certain. The future may be bleak. The night might still be dark. The cave may be lonely. But I tell you this, your joy is on the way. Your joy is on the way. Your testimony is on the way. Your new song is on the way. It's unfailing grace and love. We're going to see you through in the name of Jesus. Bible says, weeping may endure for a night. So joy cometh in the morning. Weeping only endures for one night, not 2 nights, not 3 nights, but your joy lasts forever. There is a king in you. Allow you to come out. Joseph did, David did, and so must you. In the name of Jesus, rise up on your feet. Thank you, Jesus.